But a little bit about me. First, I have to tell you, I've got a confession to make. I am a recovering insurance professional. In all seriousness, I've been in the insurance industry for 35 years now, as a claims adjuster, in loss control, and as a consultative broker, all of which has given me an excellent technical foundation for the brokerage and consulting work that I do today. And 6 years ago, I was teaching a class called Keys for Profitability in the New Economy. And in that, I was teaching cost containment strategies to CEOs and CFOs of middle market companies to help lower their operating costs and their insurance costs. And because of the success that people were having with what I was teaching over time, I had a number of people come up to me over time and say pretty much, "Hey, Rick, you ought to write a book on this stuff." So I did. I'm the author of this book, Accidents Waiting to Happen. It's a book on best practices in workers' comp administration and protecting corporate profitability. And I'm proud to say it became a bestseller in the first 2 weeks of distribution. Even more proud to say it went to #1 on Amazon. Now, I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you that I have an absolute passion for how I see my work. A passion that comes from not only my work, but actually came out of an experience I had with one of my clients coming out of the recession. And I want to share part of that story with you. Now, I don't know about each of you, but I hated going through the recession on many levels, professionally, personally. But professionally, I saw many of my clients who became good friends of mine really struggle to keep their doors open. I saw many of them have to let go of employees who were like family to them just to survive. Now, obviously, everyone was in survival mode. But this one particular client of mine, they were really struggling to try to find and keep good employees. They were overwhelmed with government regulations. And add insult to injury, they were frustrated by workers' compensation claims. To be exact, they were averaging over $318,000 in losses, some involving lawsuits. Now, this company was doing their level best to be successful. They were working with some trusted advisors, and they were getting good advice from some. Others, not so much. They weren't very helpful. They weren't very proactive. And certain parts of their business was suffering. In the area of risk management, they were bleeding arterially and asked for my help. Now, I witnessed the CEO. He was really a good guy. He was really concerned about how they were going to get through this. But a year went by, and he trusted the process of trying to understand the root causes of his claims. He did a risk assessment. He assembled a team to be a part of that process. He implemented some new and simple ways of how they were doing certain things. And in 1 year, he had his claims plummet from averaging over $318,000 to less than $28,000 in just 1 year. Now, for a company that was averaging or sporting a 5% profit margin at the time, that had the same financial impact as adding over $13 million to their sales. Their profitability up 24% that year. You talk an absolute game changer for them. Absolute game changer. Now, seeing the success that they had, seeing the success that the employees were going through, having them feel invigorated in this process, that indelibly burned in my heart my new mission. That my goal from then on was to find a way that we could systemize and organize the work that we had done together. And we did just that. Now, can each of you remember a time when you gave someone a gift and they absolutely loved that gift? Felt pretty awesome, didn't it? That's exactly how I felt. And I want to know, those who were interested in best practices, I was willing to teach it. Now, your numbers may not be as large as theirs, but the process is still the same. The process is still the same. And there may be some of you who might be saying, I've not had any claims. Well, there'll be a lot of people who would tell you, it's not a matter of if you're going to have some claims, it's when you're going to have some claims. So be prepared. And I was talking with a friend, he was laughing, saying, I haven't had any claims in a long time. But he went on to say, I don't know if I'm that good or if I've just been lucky.